This podcast is brought to you by the Deluxe Edition Network. To find more great shows on our network, head over to theden.show.
I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Don't quote me on that.
And then you couldn't stop talking about it.
No, I could.
Let me see one of those so I can see how it fits in my big old paw. Till next time, go take on the world. What is going on? And welcome to Take on the World with
Yours truly, Yanni.
Yanni and Mike D. With another knife review. I love this knife. I just like the way it looks.
Yeah, it's cool.
If nothing else, I like the way it looks.
Yeah.
And it's got a good story, too.
It does.
A good heartwarming story.
Heartwarming story.
So, what do we got today?
We have got the Spyderco Caribbean Salt.
Salad?
Salad. Caribbean salad.
A Caribbean salad. Does it have, like, coconut in it? Because I don't do coconut.
You will. You will learn to like it.
No, thank you.
Yes. One of my favorite knives, or knife companies, I should say. Now, this knife was given to me. You're right there, buddy.
I'm about to die. It's okay. Keep going.
How are you gonna choke to death on an ice cube?
It wasn't the ice.
This specific knife here was given to me by my father. Me and Mike D went out to Colorado.
What? I don't think anybody knows that.
And
If you didn't know that, check out the link below for our 2-part Colorado hunting trip.
Yes. So, I really liked that. My dad bought this knife because I guess he thought he was going to move to Florida, which I think eventually he will. Just the timing was off. And so, being in Florida, a lot of salt water, a lot of salt air, a lot of moisture, and these babies here are all rust proof. And I mean rust proof. I've read a thing where they said that you could bury this thing at the bottom of the ocean, or this whatever blade steel they use on this knife, or their Salt Series knives. You could bury that in the bottom of the ocean, dig it up 10 years later, and it would still look and function the same way it would as the day you bought it.
Find it very hard to believe.
Maybe minus the screws that hold the handles together. I don't know. I'm certainly not going to try it with this knife because this cocksucker's like, what was the MSR on that? Like $300?
Yeah.
But my dad gave me this knife, and I was like, holy shit, man! Like, nah, that's your. I can't do that. That's way too much money. And he's like, no, take it. No. So I did give him one of these bad boys.
The K55K.
My favorite. Or one of my favorites.
It's one of my favorites, too.
Now, these new ones I bought, they're super stiff to open. But whatever. I think I just cut myself. You fuck.
Doofus.
So, a little bit different.
Yeah, but he was really intrigued by that knife when we told him about it.
Yeah.
And I even said that if you didn't leave one there, if we forgot to leave one, I'll buy one and send it out to him for putting it up for us while we're out there.
Actually, it doesn't look like it on the camera, but that's lined up butt to butt on those.
So they're almost the same size.
Almost, yeah.
About a quarter inch off?
The handle's a lot bigger on this, obviously.
Yeah.
It's longer, too.
It's only longer by about a quarter inch.
Anyways, that's a knife we've done, and I'm sure we'll probably do.
I'll link the K55K. Whoa.
Don't link the KKK on other knives, bro.
I'll link the K55K below so you can check out that review. That was one of the first knives we reviewed, and it's doing very well.
Yeah. And spoiler alert.
In brass.
More to come. Anyways, back to the Spyderco. So, I've loved Spyderco for years. gentleman I used to work with, I'm still good friends with, over, Jesus Christ, 20, 30 years ago. Am I that old? Oh, my God.
You're that old.
He recommended me the Spyderco, and he used to carry a Spyderco Hawkbill, which I don't think they make anymore. They make this model. Oh, I don't even remember what the fuck this is. We'll get to that. It's the same handle size as the Delica, whatever you want to call it. But he used to carry one of those in his left pocket, and then he carried like this big ass Endura in his other pocket. And this guy was like me with knives, where he just gave knives, and he always gave me gear. He's like, "Oh, I'm done with this. I'm moving on. I got other stuff. Here's a bag of a holster, gun magazines, bullets for like guns he sold and didn't have the calibers for anymore, knives." And so we were always doing like gear trades and everything. So and he's still like that. I'll go up and see him. He doesn't live too far from here, and I'll go up and see him, and he's always got like a bag of shit for me. It's just awesome. It's like, it's cool. So I'll trade him stuff, and he'll trade me stuff. But without further ado, here we go. I say again, I hate these knife reviews where the guys just jib-jab for 10, 15 minutes. Cut the fucking chase and review the goddamn knife. And here, what am I doing?
That's how it goes, bro.
I guess. Anyways,
you got a story to tell. You got to share it.
Yeah. If you don't like it, fast forward to the 6.5 minute part, and then that's when we get.
We don't even know, dude. You have no idea.
Well, it's on the video. It says right there.
Yeah, but there was like a minute that you were recording it.
Oh, all right. We'll scratch that. Anyways, here we go.
5:45.
Bam. She's a beaut, Clark. Oh, I can't get that one done yet. Here's some of the features. It's got a rust-proof LC200N blade. I don't know what that means, but it's a proprietary blend that they say will not rust in salt water. Which, if they did that right and it doesn't rust, Jesus, kudos to you, because I mean everything freaking. I have stainless blades that rust in my pocket when I go down to the beach. And then what I hate, they get sand in the back lock, and it's all gritty when you like press the thing. And 3D machine textured G10 handle. I love G10. That's a composite, very tough. And you'll see like Cold Steel. They make a lot of their knives with they don't use steel liners anymore, or stainless steel liners. They just use G10 for the scales, and that's good enough. Like the American Lawman. What's the other one I have? The SR1. That's a beefy tank of a knife. No steel liners. It's all just this composite G10, and I guess G10 is strong enough. It's not going to break on you. So, makes the knife lighter. And yeah. High strength compression lock. Now, this is my first compression lock I've ever dealt with. I don't know anything about them, other than it looks like a liner lock that's on the back of the knife. So it works the same way. You just open the knife, you hear it click, and there it is. It's like a liner lock. Now, I don't know. I don't know. What else is there to say? Am I wrong? Correct me if I'm wrong. But
you'd probably be wrong.
Here's the thing I like about it is you can close them. It's kind of hard to do, especially when you're trying to fiddle around on the camera here, but you close it like that by just pressing the compression lock up like that and just swing the knife closed. And a lot of times it bounces off there, but sometimes you can do it right and it closes. And you can open it the same way. Just press it and flick it out. And let me tell you, man, this bastard is smooth. This has like one of the smoothest openings, almost like a knife that's on ball bearings, but it's not. It just has bronze or maybe phosphate. I think bronze washers. But holy crap, it's fast. And it's got a nested stainless steel liners. So this is not going to pick that up. It's all there's stainless liners in there. It won't pick it up on the camera. They're nested for sure. Anywho, but yeah, it's still super lightweight with the stainless liners in there.
So what's the weight on that?
Well, appears to be 4.2 ounces. See, now, we're talking about the other one. That was 7.2.
Yeah.
So they managed to knock off 3 ounces. So, a quarter of a pound. That's a lot for something that fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know? It's got a reversible tip-up pocket clip. So, for you lefties, it's good on you. Blade length is 3.70. Closed length is 4.84. Overall length is 8.54. Cutting edge, really? It's got to be the same as the fucking blade length. What was it say? Cutting edge 3.67. Oh my god. You don't get that 0.03 of an inch? Getting rid of this thing. Yeah, you can see
junk.
The blade or the edge goes pretty much right to the end. It's got a little bit of a belly on it. The only thing I wish the jimping on the blade. I just wish the jimping would go up a little bit higher. I'm not saying it's bad. It's just
you feel like you got gypped.
I feel like I got gypped. Fuck no, I don't. I don't know. I don't know why. It just feels like sometimes like my thumb wants to ride up higher, but it grabs right there. And I love Spyderco's jimping. They have some of the best jimping. It's the word of the day, jimping. They have some of the best jimping out there. Like Cold Steel's jimping's. Sorry, Cold Steel. It's pretty much worthless. It is. It's too far apart. It's there, but it doesn't grip your finger or your thumb. Like this, it's almost like when something's knurled, you know? You know, when you ever have a girl's nipples are knurled? And, you just... Oh, for God's sakes. Back to the topic at hand here, you pervert. Where the fuck were we?
You gonna let me see that?
No, I'm not done yet.
You haven't let me touch that knife yet.
You
since
didn't
you got
say
it.
anything. I know you don't like the lock. There we go. I did it perfectly, and it was off camera. I closed it perfectly. It's so quick, it just bounces off the back. You gotta be smooth, player. You gotta be smooth. There we go. Boom.
That's light.
Yeah, and honestly, that's heavy for a Spyderco.
Got a little bit of an edge on it.
Go ahead, try and shave with it. Boop.
Nothing shaves my hair. Look at that.
I stand correct. And again, I didn't realize it when my dad gave me that knife. There was the slightest little chip in the top of almost like towards the tip, and that might have been for me fucking around with it. Who knows? Also, to take that one.
Holy shit, dude!
Yeah, that bastard is a scalpel, and that H1 steel is super super easy to sharpen. I touched it up a couple passes on my little cheap knife sharpener, and it got rid of that little whatever that. I don't want to say chip, but it was I don't know. Okay, don't Why are you shaving your balls?
I'm gonna shave my whole arm.
Bro. But super easy to sharpen. And then what I usually do is I put them on my strop and hit them with the I put the green compound on a small little strop, and that finishes it off. And I mean, this thing's like hair popping sharp. That already shaved your like shaved arm. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is like it's.
You have like little stubble, and
It's skin bare.
Pop the stubble off your
and skin cells too.
and skin cells.
Look at that.
So blade thickness is 0.141. Is that a quarter inch? Inch? Yeah, who cares? It's a knife. They're all the same. Like we said, rust proof LC 200N. That must be different. The specs on this say this is a sheep split blade, but it's not. Sheep split blade does not have a point, so if you're on a ship and you drop it, it's not gonna fucking stab a hole in your foot or your boat. This is just a plain pointy edge. I don't know. That's the picture. But I'm telling you, it's not a sheep split. That's wrong. Yeah, sheep split's like a blunted edge. Blade grind, full flat grind. Remember what we said with this, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of grinding it on a wheel, you grind it on a flat surface.
Yep.
These people, they makes for a better slicer. I don't know. I would seem like a freaking guy on a yacht's going to have this knife. This knife. Cutting through a lot of rope. Which, by the way, cutting through a lot of rope, serrated blade is a lot better.
Yeah, that's why all those marine blades had serrated on them.
Yeah. Like serrations, they hack through rope way better than...
I know a good diver's knife should have an edge and serrated.
Yeah. Did it again. I done it again. Did I do that? Yeah, that's a beautiful knife. Let's get a full flat grind, satin finish. G10 handles, black and yellow, obviously. Compression lock. And, the pocket clip is titanium? That's never going to rust.
You take the pocket clip off that one?
Did I?
Yeah.
No.
Did you, Dad?
No. Why?
Where's the pocket clip?
Right here.
Oh, I didn't see it. It was on the other side.
Yeah, you can take them off and put it on the other side for a lefty. I don't know.
I didn't even feel that when I was grabbing a knife either.
No, they do a good job of it. Just kind of fits in your hand, and it's hardly noticeable. Yeah, Cold Steel does a good job with their pocket clips too. Not being able to, for as weird as some of their knives are, their pocket clips are able to. They don't really affect your hand. So yeah, not really much more to say on this knife other than it's freaking awesome, and it's just a cool looking knife. Love that green and black.
And it had a heartwarming story.
Thank you, Dad. Love you. And by the way, this G10 is, I don't know if you can see this, but it's raised, so you do have a texture on there.
It's 3D cut.
3D cut.
So that is the Spyderco Caribbean Leaf.
There you go. You can kind of see those inset liners, but what a scalpel.
Very nice knife. And you're right, I do not like the release.
The lock.
Lock, release.
You're just not used to it. It's weird if you try and do it like you would a liner lock, like press your thumb over and then drop your finger. You can do it, but it's kind of awkward and you feel like you're going to cut your hands. So I just basically press it over with my finger to the left and then a little oomph. But usually there's this thing that they call a spider drop. So you grab it by the spider hole, and you open it like that. You weren't looking. But the weight, it's so smooth, it just opens up from the weight of it. Make a dick of me, you fucking prick. So you grab it by like this, and see, there it goes. You would open it that way. Or you can just do it two-handed, like a normie. Boop. I'll say I'll leave this as the last thing. A lot of liner locks I've had some really expensive liner lock knives, and I don't generally like them. I like the lockbacks way better. Is because the liner lock is usually on the inside part here, and my fat fingers, when I grab it like this, my fat goes in the recesses, and it pulls the liner lock over just slightly, where you get like something like a knife would be like that. And I've always hated that, and I just, chalked it up to my fat fingers.
So, Spyderco Caribbean Leaf. It's a beautiful knife with a heartwarming story. And we took on that knife. Now you go take on.
I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Don't quote me on that.
And then you couldn't stop talking about it.
No, I could.
Let me see one of those so I can see how it fits in my big old paw. Till next time, go take on the world.
Our podcasts exist because of listeners like you. To find other great shows, head over to the Den.show. Thanks for listening.